What's up, everybody? Today I want to do a Jing Wei guide for you guys. I've been thinking about this for about a year and a half, embarrassingly so. I think I finally kind of figured out how to throw everything together. So we're gonna go over the basics of Jing Wei, kind of like how you level her, how you build her, and kind of just the very intro to Jing Wei, basically. So if you're just picking up the game and you want to play Jing Wei, I'll show you how. And then we'll go into laning phase, kind of a little bit deeper, and then we'll break down team fights as well, kind of what you want to be doing in team fights, what you want your goals to be in team fights. If you want to be diving into their backline, if you want to be kind of chilling in your own backline, and kind of what to do in between there. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Before we get into the Jing Wei guide, if you're a fan of mine, you know how much I love mobile games. I talk about them constantly on stream, I play them a lot off stream, and I'm very excited to tell you guys that today's video is sponsored by one. We are sponsored today by Raid Shadow Legends, and I've been playing this game for about a week now, and I just love it. Alright, let's get into it. So this is Raid Shadow Legends. This game is completely free on Android and iOS, and I'm completely addicted to it, if I'm being honest. The campaign is amazing. The voice acting in the campaigns, honestly, my biggest drawing factor to the campaign, because the campaign is just amazing. The graphics are amazing as well. Runs at 60 FPS, so everything is super smooth. The menus are smooth, the battles are smooth, everything is super smooth. And there's hundreds of champions in this game, and they all are so unique because they can all do different things. They all have different skills. They're different things that the people are good at. And this game is getting big really fast, so you want to get in as soon as possible because there's a special launch tournament really soon for online prizes, for real life prizes. It's just incredible. So join my clan, the Fish Tank, after you download right below, and you get 50,000 free silver and a free epic champion. I've never had a sponsored video before, and it feels fantastic. It's just awesome. So thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. All right, I think the first thing I want to do is get into the basics. So our passive, you can fly out a base. Your passive makes you really good at farming. You can back whenever the wave is kind of in a spot where you couldn't back on other hunters. You can get back to it like way faster than others just because you can fly out a base. So her one is a knock up, right? It knocks you up as well as the enemies. It's also an attack speed steroid that lasts for 7 seconds. She has probably one of the longest attack speed steroids in the game, I want to say. And the gust also lasts for 6 seconds and does additional damage to everyone inside. The additional damage it's not really that high. You kind of toss it on the archers, get the archers low, and then walk away. But it's not gonna kill anyone. It's really not that high. It just goes up from 10 to 50. So it's at the high end, no one's gonna be standing in it or whatever. And you can clear minions pretty well with it once it's leveled, but early game, not really the biggest thing. If you just want to guarantee some auto attacks, pressure 2. It also gives you crit chance, then it goes from 0 to 20. So basically, at rank 1, this ability is only an AoE auto attack. And then once you get it to rank 4 or rank 5, then you start getting some... You just start feeling like you're getting crits more often once it starts being leveled up. It's a very low cost ability, only costs 50. The cooldown's 14 seconds, so it's kind of mid-range in the cooldowns. You can't really spam it too much, but with the low cost, you kind of just press it on cooldown. Her dash is a pretty unique dash. So you can dash while you're knocked up. This allows you to basically get out of one of the strongest CCs in the game. You already have a knock up in your kit, like I said earlier, and you can knock yourself up. So both of these abilities kind of go hand in hand. So you knock yourself up with your 1, and then you dash with your 3. So that's a tiny little combo that you use fairly often on Jing. She gains a 4-second increase to physical power and movement speed. So in Jing's kit, you already have 3 steroids. You have an attack speed steroid, you have a crit chance steroid, and now you have a movement speed and a power steroid. She has a really long dash if you're in the air, and just does insane damage whenever you're dashing aggressively. You can also use this to dash defensively and just basically move wherever you want. Her ult basically lays down a giant carpet of death in front of you. this allows you, it's also not even for damage most of the time. As you can see, when you're in the air, you have this little targeter. You can't go exactly back to where you flew from, but you can go very, very far from this thing. You just have so many escape options with Jing Wei, and when you're playing her, you want to keep those in mind. You want to think, do I need to ult for damage here? Do I need to ult defensively here? What is the best way for me to ult? Do I just want to all in? Or do I want to play this a little slower? Just have these ideas in your head when you're playing Jing, because you have, like I said, you have 3 steroids, and now your ult gets you very far. It's just a lot of mobility. It's a lot of damage. It goes from 220 up to 580, and then it has 100% of your physical power. So this thing chunks late game. If you have a high physical power build, you are decimating backliners. This isn't really an ability you want to use on frontliners most of the time. You kind of just want to use mainly your 1 and your 2 on frontliners, and then we're going to save our ult for kind of defensive options, kind of mobility options, sometimes aggression, but very rarely ever aggression. So now we're going to go to God Builder. Actually, we're going to go, well, let's do abilities first. So you start the game. You're flying out of base, and you're going to level your 1. This ability is your lane clear. Your 1 and your 2 are kind of your lane clear, but for level 1, we're going to level the 1 first, and then we're going to level our dash. Kind of every hunter, you want to get your dash second on, just because in Season 5 and Season 6, as a hunter, you're just kind of prone to getting ganked pretty much all day. So at level 3, this is where you can kind of change things up if you want. So you can level your 2, gives you the AoE all attacks. If you have lane pressure at this point of the game, you can clear very efficiently, and I'll show you that later in the laning phase. So we're going to level our 1 next. In all scenarios, you want to max your 1 first. It's an insane attack speed steroid. It's your main wave clear. It's a great defensive tool. It's a great peeler. It's just a great ability. It's one of the best abilities in the game, in my opinion. It's just a great ability. So at level 8, we can level our 2 or our 3. This is where your build comes into mind, in my opinion. If you're going a crit build, you want to max the 2 second. So we'll show you guys a crit build here, and then we're gonna level our 1, and then we're gonna level our ult, and then max 2, and then you want to throw points in your ult whenever you can, and then just throw 3. There you go. If you're going crit build, you're going to go 4, 1, 2, 3. Putting points in the ult, like I said, whenever you can, except for level 9. And you want to get your 1 maxed as soon as possible. It's a great ability. Max your 2 second. So between levels 11 and 15, you want to be putting points in your 2 and get it maxed out so you can get the crit online. Basically, your last ability, your 3, you're leveling that out between levels 15 and 19. And then, like I said, putting points in the ult whenever you can. We're in week 3 of SPL. There is a build that just came out. You're basically rushing boots first. So you're going Hunter's Blessing, Boots 1. I think you go 3 health potions. It kind of depends on your lane. Then we're going to go 2 multi-pots. And then we're going to finish Boots first. We're going to go Power Boots here. Then we're going to go Aussie. I'm going to go back over the items, so don't worry. We're going to go Power Boots, then we're going to go Aussie. Then we're going to go... I don't know if you need Ichable here. So with this build so far, you're lacking power. But I don't know if you need the power item here or not. So I'm just gonna throw it in here. I've done this build several times. It feels pretty good. You just shred people. You have a ton of attack speed. And then your last item, so in Season 6 you can sell your boots and you can get this elixir speed. This basically replaces your boots, gives you the mobility, gives you the movement speed for it, but it takes away all the power that you got from boots. So basically we need to sell this. I think because we're so low power in this build, I think you need Bloodforge. I want to say you need Bloodforge. And I also want to say you sell this Ichable late game for an oboe, because we're getting the power from here from selling boots. So I want to say we're getting an oboe here in this slot, but I don't know. I haven't done this build enough to be full confidence in it. So basically I'll go over the items real quick. and then we'll go into the build that I'm much more comfortable with. So you can go this build if you want. You can try it out, see if you like it. Like I said, we're rushing boots here. We're getting 100 blessing. 100 blessing is really good with this build. Like it's insane because you get so much from attack speed. You come online very quickly. We're gonna go power boots because we got so much attack speed already in this build because you're going 4 attack speed items next. And then we're going Aussie. Aussie is a great item right now. It is a fantastic item. You have a ton of survivability with it. You'll see a lot of people building anti-heal just for Aussies, in my opinion. I'm not crazy about this item. I'm crazy about Aussie. I'm not crazy about Ichable. I'm not a math guy. Sometimes this item feels great. It feels fantastic. Other times I'm like, this feels terrible. Executioner here, because we need percent penetration at this stage of the game. We already got flat pin from Aussie, so we're doing really good damage to squishies this whole time. Like from 100's blessing up to Ichable, we are decimating squishies, and it feels fantastic. So then kin size, you're doing percent damage based off of their total health. A lot of people are going Blackthorn now, which makes kin size better. And we, as a hunter, we eat Blackthorn for breakfast. It feels fantastic. Whenever we eat kin size, it's just shred, shred, shred. It feels great. And then we're going Titan's Bane. In case people are extremely tanky, you need Executioner and Titan's Bane. Most of the time they are. So we shred whenever we get both of these. And again, I don't know about this build. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know about this build. I don't know if we sell boots for Bloodforge and then we sell Ichable for Oboe. But then if we're doing this, why don't we just go to Diva builds? All right, so I want to show you guys the other build. If you're new to the game, you might not know, but if you've been playing the game for a bit, you definitely know. This is the bread and butter of hunters with a slight change. Starter, Hunter's Blessing, Spike Gauntlet, 2 health potions, 2 multi potions. We go multi potions if we're gonna box in lane. You can probably go mana potions here if you want to poke more often, but a lot of people are boxing nowadays. They're going warriors and assassins and support, and we just need the extra health. We need the sustain. We need all the help we can get. So then we're gonna go attack speed boots here, and then we're going to go. This is its player preference. So if you guys want not attack speed, sorry. If you need lifesteal here, you want to go Aussie. Oh, whoops, I forgot an item. Then we're gonna finish our Devo gloves. I don't want to get ahead of myself. So you go attack speed boots, and then you finish your Spike Gauntlet into Devo gloves. And then this is where this is where it changes. So you can go Aussie here if you want to be super safe. If you love lifesteal, it doesn't do as much damage as Executioner at this stage of the game, I don't think. Unless you're hitting squishies. You probably do more damage to squishies. I don't know. You might. I don't know. I don't think so. Whenever I've gotten this build, it feels like I'm doing less damage. Because it's just a very heavily lifesteal based build. And then we're going to go Executioner here. And then we're going to go kin size here. And then if they're really tanky at this stage of the game, we want to go Titans. If they're not, we want to go Oboe here. It just depends. You want to check the prots. If they're anywhere between like 150 to 200-ish, we'll throw a Titan's Bane here. If not, we're going to throw an Oboe there. So both of these, you can change them around. You can do whatever you want. So if you built Titan's Bane first, you're going to sell boots for Oboe. If you built Oboe first, you're going to sell your boots for Titan's Bane. The crit build, we're going to do the same start that we just did. We're going to do the Devo gloves. And then we're going to go attack speed boots. And then we're going to go Devos. And then, so I want to say, I love Rage here. I think Rage is fantastic because you already have steroids. You're going to have Hunter's Blessing finished. Hunter's Blessing gives you 15% attack speed. Your boots is giving you 20%. So I think with your one or even without your one, I think you have enough attack speed right here to make crit work. So we're going to go Executioner next. We're going to go Deathbringer in our 5th slot. So this is your last item. You want to go a kin size here. So you want to be able to shred their tanks on top of being able to crit their tanks. I know a lot of people hate this, but I think it's fantastic. So then I think we want to finish with an Aussie. Just more attack speed. We're going to sell our boots for Aussie. We could also, if you want, we could change this kin size to a Wind Demon or a Poison Star. If you want to go faster, if you want to attack more often, go Wind Demon. If you need some kind of peel, if you want to make people slower or do less damage, we're going to go Poison Star. Both are fine here in this kin size slot, in my opinion. It's just player preference, in my opinion. So yeah, these are the builds.